Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Get your green gear 25% off until the end of the year, December 31st. Promo code BYE2020, all caps BYE 2020. Two things I want to talk about. Number one, Nancy David Lopan Pelosi, a.k.a. that liver-spotted demon, a.k.a. that gargoyle that sits upon skyscrapers until sundown. This mush-mouthed Dudley Moore stunt double got up in front of the cameras again. This time she was wearing a mask. She didn't have it down here flopping every time she moved her disgusting hole under her nose. So she got up there and one of the reporters asked her, he said, why are you, basically, I'll put a link in the description box to an article that has a video clip in it. And he basically says, why are you willing to pass a stimulus bill now, which is actually for less money, and you weren't willing to pass one before? Now, the best I could decipher from this word salad bullshit that she said as an answer is that since Biden is the president now, or she thinks he is, and he's committed to stopping the coronavirus and the Pfizer medications, none of that was any different when it came out of Trump's mouth. Pfizer was still making the vaccine. We were still trying to get this shit under control. But she says, well, since Biden, he's shown that he's serious about this, and I'm not accepting anything that's not bipartisan. It turns out that they're going to pass a $908 billion or $900 billion to a $1.5 trillion, which is less than what they asked for before. So my question is, why does it matter whether it's Biden or Trump? It's supposed to be about us. Remember us? You senile old bitch. You remember us? The people? The ones that you're supposed to be working for? That's the problem. They lose focus. I don't give a shit what Trump says, and I give even less of a shit what Biden says. It's about what we say, what we want. These small businesses, these people that had their jobs stolen because of this ridiculous fucking shutdown, they need the money. Who gives a fuck who's in office? Do your job, woman. But now that she thinks Biden is president, now she's willing to work. She don't give a fuck about us. Even you people in her district in Marin County who could probably burn that stimulus check because you don't need it. Even you guys need to see this shit, that she don't care about us. She don't even care about you. So now that we have a different president, now you want to help people? So if Trump won it by a landslide on election night and it was over the next morning like it usually is, like it should be, so then you wouldn't be willing to give these people money because Trump is in office? You'd let these small businesses and families fail because you don't like the president? What kind of childish, over-emotional bullshit is that? You're willing to bend us over the fucking economic barrel, not even spit on it first before you stick it into the bristle because you don't like the president. Well, Nancy, I've spoken for groups before, and I'm going to speak for one again. This time, I am speaking for every red-blooded American inside the borders of this wonderful country. And you, Alaska and Hawaii. Technically, you're not in the borders, but you're part of the group. So I'm going to say this on behalf of everyone. Chill out, guys. I got this. Nancy, fuck you. Fuck you and your overpriced ice cream. Fuck you and the liver spots on the back of your hands. And fuck you because you're trying to fuck us because you don't like the leader. I don't care who you don't like. We don't vote for you to put you in office based on what you like. It's what we like. Me. That's who it's about. Me, the voter, not you, the politician. You mean shit. We mean everything. So she openly admitted, as best I can tell, because something is wrong with this woman. I think her and Biden go to the same doctor because they both have the incoherent, what's the word I'm looking for? Indecipherable gibberish coming out of their mouths. And that's a direct quote. You tell me if you can figure out what this woman said. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description box. Check it out yourself. Half of that shit was incoherent garbage. They need to have a sign language lady standing next to her who speaks incoherent gibberish to decipher what this woman's saying. It was a bunch of nonsense. You don't like Trump, so you don't like us. You don't like his voters. Well, lady, we don't give a shit. Let me see. Yeah, I'm fresh out of give a shit. Do your job. Sometimes you have to do things for people at your job that you don't like, but it's your job. You think doctors like all their patients? No, but they give them good care anyway. Because it's there, forget it. You don't give a shit, lady. The only thing they're going to understand is getting voted out of office. Because she got up there and admitted that I'm not approving any stimulus money until the one I want is in the Oval Office. Bitch, please. You see this shit? And if we vote these people in again after this shit show of the sweet and sour sniffles, after seeing their true colors, we're the dummies, we're the jackasses, we're the suckers. Remember those old ass Tom and Jerry cartoons when Tom would get fooled? His head would turn into a sucker or turn into a donkey's head, which signified I'm a jackass and I got played. Well, if we vote these fuckers back in, we are playing ourselves. Now, the other thing I want to talk about. So last night, well, you know what? I'll tell that story and then get to that story. I'm trying to tell you a story. So yesterday afternoon, my son and I, we go on this trail that we've gone on before. It's flat, but it's long. So he brings his bike and he rides his bike up and down and we go and get some exercise together. So we're walking and I'm looking up about 50 yards and I see the silhouette of a dog, probably medium size, 50 pounds or so. Not big, not small. Could do some damage, especially to a little 4-year-old kid like the one I had with me. So we're walking and I see the silhouette of the dog and then I see a lady next to him who has, or a couple feet away, that has another small dog on a leash. But this dog obviously was not on one. So I didn't know, is this just some loose dog that got away? Because it's the trail is up against a neighborhood. So is this someone else's dog that is just running randomly on this trail? It didn't seem to be messing with the lady and her little dog. So I figured it's either her dog too, or it's a friendly dog and it's not going to fuck with anybody. But I was thinking, if she has 2 dogs, why is one on a leash and one isn't? I'm trying to figure all this out in a matter of like 5 seconds because the dog's coming toward us. And I can see it was around about 4:15 in the afternoon. So, you know, it's starting to get a little bit dark. Definitely in the twilight of the day. So I see it coming towards me and it would go and sniff the ground and then it would pop up and look at me. And it did that twice, so I stopped. And at this point, it's probably 25 yards away. So I stop. I'm like, I'm no fucking animal behavioral specialist, but I grew up out in the country. I know what it looks like when the dog is about to do something violent. So it's like putting its head down and shit and like creeping forward. So I put my son behind me and had a backpack on because I always take a my range bag. It has bullets and shit in it, so it's pretty heavy. So I use that for a little extra sweat equity. So I have the backpack on and I take it off and I loop both backpack straps under my arm, so it's kind of like a shield. And so the dog's coming up and I can see its hair on the back of its neck is raised up, its head's down. This dog's ready to fucking do something. So I got my son, I tell him, get behind me. I got the bag on this arm and I got one hand on my pocket knife. Like I said, this dog's not small. It's big enough to do damage. I will be damned if I let that thing get to my son. So I'm ready to fucking end this dog right now on this trail. So the lady comes up. She has the little dog on a leash. She's fumbling with her phone. That's when I realized this dog belonged to her. So the dog comes within like 10 feet of me, barking and shit. So I go at the dog like this and it kind of ran off. So that's when I knew the dog was a bitch. It wasn't going to do nothing. But then it comes back again. Same thing. I lunge at it. It fucking backs up. I tell the lady, I say, hey, you better get your dog. Like, why the fuck didn't this lady drop her phone and get her dog? I got a little kid with me. So I say, you better get your dog. And she gets the dog and puts it on. And she's like, it's a girl. I said, I don't give a... I was in front of my son. I said, I don't give a damn what it is. I don't know your dog. And then she's walking and she's like, it's a really nice dog. Lady, are you stupid? I'm like, it's a really nice dog, bitch. The dog don't look nice now. Hair raised on the back of its neck, showing its teeth is not nice. And if your dog comes near me again, I'm going to kill it. You're not going to attack my son or me. The fuck is wrong with this lady? It's a girl. Hey, dog owners out there, do girl dogs not bite? Are they unable to bite because they have a vagina? Because I had a female Rottweiler growing up, and if another animal came in our yard, she went against that girl dogs don't bite bullshit. It's a nice dog. It's a girl. What the fuck does that mean? So then, 20 yards or so behind us is some other lady jogging. And so we're walking up the trail further and I keep looking behind me. I don't know if this dog is going to get loose or whatever. So she looks at this lady and mumbles something and the lady goes, I know. Like what? Like it was my fault that your dog was acting fucking stupid? Why didn't your borderline retarded ass have your dog on a leash, stupid? Obviously it doesn't know how to be around other people. But the dog was, and I was the only black person out there, so maybe the dog was a Democrat politician. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why he didn't like me. But I'll tell you one thing. On that trail, that dog's black life did not matter. It was a black dog, too. You'd think he would have cut me some slack. I tell you what. We'd have a mid-sized dog fucking skin in front of our fireplace. You dumbass bitch. Oh, it's a girl. It's a nice dog. Well, not today, stupid. Anyway, I told you that story to tell you this one. So when we got done off the trail, the end of the trail is a 7-Eleven. So I take my son over there and get him a little juice after our little workout, right? So we go in there and they got these little police kits. And I was talking to my wife about one the other day. And they got a little police kit in there for $2.99. And it had 2 little guns in it. Walkie-talkie and a couple badges. I was like, perfect, man. $2.99? 2 little plastic guns there. It's pretty nice. So I got it for my son, and of course he opens it as soon as he gets in the truck, and he's flipping me his badge. I'm the officer and all this stuff, and he's shooting both guns. That got annoying in about 8.5 seconds. So we get home, and I come out the bathroom, and he's standing in the hallway, and he goes, put your hands up. So I put my hands up. And he says, show me your ID. So I pretended I showed him an ID. So then he goes, oh, I'm going to shoot you anyway. And he, acted like he was shooting me. He was shooting his guns at me. I was like, you can't shoot me. I didn't do nothing. He's like, I could do what I want. And he grabs me by the hand and he pulls me into my bedroom and he goes, you stay here. You're in jail. I was like, what? So he closes the door and he comes back in and he says, if you get out, you're going to be in jail forever. I was like, you're not a very, very nice cop. He's like, I can do what I want. I'm the police. And he closes the door. And then it hit me. I thought, my son is the police that the mainstream mediocres tell us that they are. Because they tell us that the police do that. They just, oh, fuck it. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to shoot you. I'm the cops. I don't give a shit. I don't follow any rules. You're a black man. I can do whatever I want. I was like, this is the cop they've been looking for. That's how childish and ridiculous those things are, that you can only find them in a child. No fucking cop does that. And if they did, you know what's going to happen. They're going to prison. It's like the judge is going to look at them and go, oh, white cop, black perp, have a good day, sir. Get the fuck out of here. That's how ridiculous it is. That the only way you're going to come across a cop as ridiculous as they paint him out to be is if you find a child with a little cop gun set. That shit was hilarious. I was like, this is it. I need to take my son down to the local news station and be like, this is the cop you've been looking for. The one who shoots colored people with impunity, throws you in jail, violates your rights. All that shit. Here he is. But he's only 4 and he's only playing a game. Stop that shit. Cops are people too. Are there shitty ones? Of course. There's shitty versions of every job. There's shitty people in every fucking job. Some have higher consequences than others. If you got a shitty person making your hamburger, you might get a little diarrhea. You got a shitty cop, you could get beat up or shot. But guess what? Those cops are extremely few and far between. Especially now when every cop interaction is being filmed. Or if you're in LA and Maxine Waters, aka James Brown's stunt double, drives by, that little monster's gonna hop out and fuck your day up. Look up that video. But that is the ridiculousness of the issue. That cop only exists in a little boy, a 4-year-old with their imagination. I couldn't believe that shit. I handed him my ID and he just shot me. I was like, damn, man. I hope he don't become a cop with that attitude. Shit. But anyway, let me wrap up the rest of my damn weekend. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone, link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.